Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Broston County, part 31. It's hard to believe. Not only that we've done 31 of these, but that we only have 2 more left after this one. That's right. This ends at 33. That will have it go live the Friday before City Skylines 2 comes out. And then after that, there won't be a 2 builders, 1 city thing. I liked the idea of the bridge. Why did you abandon the bridge? We are watching Destin's footage. And he's building a brand new small neighborhood right over here on the other side of the interchange from where we have seen a lot of building from Destin. This neighborhood has a small office park on one side and some single-family homes and low-rent housing options on the other side. Though I think some of those low-rent housing options, wow, we struggling with water. I guess I probably should have been paying attention to that. Note to self, check that in like 3.5 minutes. I'll forget by then, but anyway. He did a lot of detailing, adding in trees and walking paths, and he even put in a bus line and made it school buses for the residents over here. I don't know that it goes anywhere. I kind of saw it as I was putting together this footage, but I usually don't spend a lot of time watching Destin's footage until we get to here, until I have it all edited together and sped up and all that, which doesn't take very long. It takes like 5 minutes to do, and then like another 5 minutes to render out, so I can watch it as I'm commentating. So this is usually like the first time I've really seen any type of detail about it. So there are some city services that just went in. It looks like a school, a park, and a health clinic. And if I'm not mistaken, this area is missing fire coverage and police coverage. And because of it, the offices aren't upgrading. They're saying they need to be covered by more services. And the residential on the other side are complaining. Well, not complaining, but they're not upgrading because of low land values. So that is something I will probably remedy if, again, I remember. That's, more than 2 minutes from now, because I'll have to start the game, start the recording, get everything synchronized, all that good fun stuff. But I like that he kind of started building over in this area, because I was planning on coming over this way pretty soon to do something on the lake. So this works out. I will be building a bit of another riverfront road just before we do that, though. But I like his neighborhood here. I think it looks good. I like that there's a thick tree canopy. The bus route doesn't go much anywhere, does it? But I like that there's a thick tree canopy separating the highway from the neighborhood. I think that's a very, very good idea. So I'm very happy to see that. And I'm happy to see more pedestrian facilities go in. I know that here in a minute he goes through and actually, if I'm not mistaken, removes some zoning in offices to make the lots smaller. Maybe he's already done that and I've kind of overlooked it. I can't remember. But I know at one point he does do that. Yeah, there we go. I knew I saw in this when I was editing this together. I'm like, he removed a lot of zoning. I guess he just wanted a lot of green space and to be able to take advantage of the walking paths and keep it from feeling as urban and maybe a little more suburban out this way. I don't know. I didn't really say what his thought was on that, but I like it. Because it definitely opens up a lot of free space into here. A lot of parks on this side of the road, not a whole lot on the other side. Of course, they do come through the way of parking lots, but they still count as parks. So, it works out. But all in all, good build. Looks good. It's detailed, which is, not something we can say for most of my stuff. But the footage should start slowing down again here in a second. And we will watch his last few finishing touches, and then we will jump into my part of the build. And here we are. So yeah, we have healthcare over here. It's pretty good coverage. I don't think there's any death care coverage. There is not. Which that can help a lot. We do have hearses over here, so it's, it's getting that service, but I think we could definitely use it. Let's look at some of his land uses here. So we've got some commercial over here. Then we've got a big open spot here. And we've got a big open spot here. So I'm going to use just a little bit of this land for some city services. I'm just going to go with a crematorium. And we're going to plop that in right there. It's not going to do a whole lot on that side of the road. It gets some coverage. And we may see some upgrades as a result of that. But we have overall pretty low land value. And that is the main reason these buildings... Oh, this is insane. Educate. A minute ago, they were all saying land value. Yeah, land value. Because I usually launch things in the game to make sure everything's going to load. To be sure we're not going to have any problems. And yeah, it was land value. I heard somebody upgrade. It may have been over there, though. No idea. God, look at that. That was all just fields a couple weeks ago. But anyways, we don't have fire coverage at all in this new area. How it's blue, I don't know. I guess it's getting fire coverage from somewhere, but we don't have a fire station. So we need one. And I think since we have some density over here, I may go big on this. Let me see what my coverage is like. That gets us almost everything. This does get us everything. I think I would rather have the coverage. Yeah, we're going to go big on that. And that will help a little bit. And then, of course, we don't have police coverage over here either. And I think I'm going to go fairly large on this as well. I'd really rather not take out a building if I can avoid it. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to avoid it, so we'll downgrade to a smaller one. And we'll just worry about more police coverage at a later time. I'm going to turn that in like that. And then what's our postal coverage like out this way? Our nearest post office is... Wow. Miles away. Okay, we need post offices. Pronto. Let's see what we can do about getting a few post offices sprinkled in somewhere over here. I guess we could do one over here by the university. Though I kind of like the way this land looks as it is, detailing notwithstanding, or the lack thereof notwithstanding. But yeah, let's look over here towards some of Destin's stuff. We could get one in here, but back here would probably be better. Yeah, that way it's not right on that main road. Let's throw it in. I just want to check my zoning. We will throw it in right here on this corner. And that will help out that side. And then we have a bit of commercial here, but I don't know that you'd really want a post office by a pool. So let's look for an area, maybe right there, to get another post office in. Oh, hello, that's this guy. Oh god, now I'm turned around. Where was I looking at? I don't even know. So we're gonna go here with it, since I don't really know where. And that would have been so good as a bridge. So there, that gets us some better coverage. I'm wondering if I can't even squeeze in a bank somewhere over here. Yeah, I totally can. Boom. Done. Cool. So that should help land value over here. Yeah, look at that. Look at the change that made. So that takes care of our land value problem. The rest of it will just upgrade in time. And as it does, of course, land value will spread and continue leading to upgrades. It should make our offices a little happier. Still says it needs to be covered by more services. I almost think this bus route should loop through this whole neighborhood. Let's see if we can't make it do that somewhat nicely. That works, but I would like for it to then come back out. At least pick up one of these stops twice. Because right now it just all goes in one direction, which that's not too bad over here, because there's, I mean, it's only 3 blocks away. So that's not the end of the world. these stops probably a little close together, especially this one right here. I think that one could be problematic because it's right here leading up to that. So I'm going to move that stop to there. You can see this is leading right out to our collector, and any vehicles that would have been trying to come through here could have gotten blocked by the bus, whereas now it's coming back this way and coming there and then coming back into the neighborhood. That should just work out better for traffic flow. So I want to, not that I'm planning on building anything over here anytime soon, I want to get this riverfront road here connected to probably right there. And I want to do it with as many straight segments as possible. And I just realized I forgot to turn off my air conditioner. So I'm going to do that real quick. Sorry for the background noise that just may have appeared, or the weird sound on the audio. The air conditioner has been dealt with. I try not to have it on when I'm recording because it is extra loud, and I don't like trying to use a noise removal filter on it. Just for the fact that it can make the audio go a little strange at times. So I'm going to do a little straight segment here. Like that. And then another one right here like this. And then for some of these we'll use, like for that, we can just use the curve road tool. This one we might be able to use. Now we're not going to be able to use the curve road tool on that one. This one we can though. On this one, we're going to have to create our connection using a mod, which is good. That's what they're for. So we'll hit create connection, go to there, and let's just bring that out. And maybe over is what we need, and then out. It's not one to put in much of a curve there, is it? That side's fine. I'm really good with that, but this, not so much. I wish I had a little more control over what was happening down there. And I guess I could do something like that and then move it back over. Yeah, that'll be fine. It's rather large, but at least it's in. And then that's just, you know, one more way for people to get from one side to the other. It's a very long way, and with nothing back here currently, probably not going to be very utilized, but that's okay. So, before I get on to what I want to build over here, I'm going to jump way over here. And there's something missing from this corner. And I think this is good. This will fill this out. Not an ideal location for it because of how we're going to have to get it connected, but I think I don't want the ocean resort just because the people staying in the cabanas off to the side just get to look at the industry. But I do think that the ship hotel is a good fit here. I want the water to kind of chill out so I can get this at an angle I want. There, right there. That should be fine. So see, at least in the hotel, the boat hotel, there's not a lot to look at, or to be looking at out of, I should say, from the back of the boat, the side of the boat. You get to see the ocean view, the fishing boats, cargo, and then, of course, the ocean. So that works. But to get this connected is a bit of a thing. So I need to come into here. Because what we need to do is probably turn off everything except angle. And freeform our way out of here. Trying to get this to turn as quickly as possible. And then grab a contour line. And then we can straighten it off. I just want to make sure we clear the zoo. And that we're also staying up on this contour line, which we're not. So let's change this angle just a little bit. To about there. And then if we go straight, yeah, we clear the zoo. So I'm going to bring this up to about here. Then I'm going to bring this road across. And then we're just going to curve one into the other here with curved rope tool. And that's fine. So the only thing this guy's going to be lacking, he has sightseeing because the zoo's right here. Only thing is lacking is retail, which pretty simple to do. We are going to bring this out just 1 or 2 more here. And then we're going to bring this up a fairly good chunk. So we can get some parking back here, as well as, that may be a little too much. No, you know what? I'm kind of okay with it, except I'm going to turn it right here and try to get a connection down here so it's not, I mean, it is a cul-de-sac down here, but at least you don't have to come down here and turn around. So we're going to add just 1 more entrance to the zoo right here. Since it's here, we may as well. And this will also hopefully help bring people down this way. Hopefully. And then we'll just run that right there. It's just a side entrance, so it doesn't need a whole lot in the way of decoration. Not the primary way in at all. And then down towards this end, we need some parking. Because of course we do. Once I remember where parking lots live. Here? Yeah, here. Do I want to go that big? Because I want them kind of close to the hotel. But also, we could do like one like that. But then that's kind of inside the zoo. And that's kind of ugly. So we'll go across the street and we'll put a crosswalk there. Do a couple there. And then we'll do like 2 more here. And then that'll be parking for this. They just have to walk down there. And then we need to add a crossing right here, which is simple. No controller. There is a perfect gap right there, so we can just turn that into a crossing and problem solve. This should already all be covered by water. Not quite. We're going to just let the zoo property cover that guy. Awesome. So cool. The only other thing this guy needs is some retail. You can see I've already got a little district here to remind me to do this. I wasn't sure how big it needed to be, but I want this to all be like just leisure out here. And then to get some services out here for the retail, I'm just going to use this little police call box and just drop it right there. And that's just going to have to be enough because I don't want to take up a lot of land with services. So we can do some retail right here. And a little bit more right here on the edge. And then we can come in here and get a couple. And then we can get a few here. I want to kind of fill this area up with retail. Just a nice little leisure area. That's good size there. And then 1 more right there. Not going to do parks. Not going to do paths. Just a lot of leisure. So I'm going to let this fill in real quick and see how satisfied we have the boat hotel. And you know what? You can't get any better than perfect. So that works. So we're going to leave that there. I am going to make a little change down here. One that I had undone, but we're going to put it back. I'm going to come in with the one without fences, turn anarchy on, and connect. Ooh, we're going to also turn off collisions. It's fine. I'm happy to do that. Except it's, there it is. Now I can turn off collisions, come back into here, grab that, and just run that through. Now we'll turn our collisions back on. The reason I'm doing this, I had originally eliminated it. It ended here and then picked up right back on the other side of the building. I didn't want people using it as a pedestrian path for free entrance into the zoo. I want them to pay because the zoo cost us $3,000. But I would rather encourage pedestrian use down to this area instead of it generating a ton of traffic. It's already generating traffic. So, it's cash transport van. So I'm just going to bring this down. I'm turning anarchy off because I'm not sure how far away I can get away with bringing, how far down I can get away with bringing this. Turns out quite a ways. Can I bring that all the way up to that edge? I can get close. And you know what? I'm happy with close. I just want to... Ooh, okay. I'm going to have to go into here and do just nodes. There we go. And then grab that node because I just want to bring it down to the same height as that node. The road appears a little bit high, so let's adjust just right here and bring it down. I don't think that'll break anything. Maybe this node as well. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. That'll be just fine. I wish that gave us more zoning here, but what it did do is give us slightly bigger stuff here, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then to finish this off, I just want to bring in the fence that we have. And for this, I'm going to turn on just angle, I think. So I'd like this to come out parallel to the road here and right up to it. Or maybe we'll back it off just a little bit. And then I want it to curve up and into where that is. And then I do want it to come straight across this way, which is going to be tight. So instead we're going to go off there. And we're just going to bring that out right up to the key wall. There we go. And that gets a nice little fenced in area. And cool. Boat Hotel, very happy. So let's move on to the next bit of tourism related things that we're going to do today. Which brings us way out over here to our lake. And we are going to, using the Boat Hotel, because it's the thing today, apparently. We're going to drop that in, and I'm going to get it at an angle I want here. Which is going to be a little bit tricky, but I think we can get it to work if I just have a little patience and wait for the water to go right where I want it, right there. Cool. That'll work. That will work. And then for now, we're just going to use a regular road. Because I want to get across to here. But before I do that, actually, let's go with the next phase of what we're doing. These require a bit of nature, a bit of sightseeing, and a bit of shopping. Nature in spades. So we're good with that. The sightseeing and shopping we'll deal with. So let's drop this friend in. I want to get a few of these in here, and I want to try to get this one to where we can make a decent curve on a bridge. And there we go. That should do it. And we're just going to have a few of these through here. Like, yeah, that's fine. This one may need to move, actually. Yeah, this one needs to move just a little bit if I can get it to. I just don't like the angle that we would be coming in on these roads. That's a little bit better. Cool. So then I will make a bridge on my own, just using the curved road tool. And that's fine, though. I'd like this little segment here to be bridged. So let's put a node where I want that to be, which is right about there, that I'd like that to become a bridge. We'll just make that a middle for now, and then we can upgrade this segment. Once I do that, we can upgrade this segment to be a bridge. Cool. And then for these other connections, I'm just going to use the mod. Just going to let the mod help us out here. So I want create connection from there to there. And I kind of like it, except there we go. Let's make this, bring this out a little more so it's not so steep or sharp. And then I want to go from there to there. And these are really overlapping, so this is going to be tricky to do anything good with it. I think that will work. And then I want one from there to there. And then let's just smooth that out some here. Come on. Yeah, I dig it. That will work. And now we've got quite a few of these dudes down here. But how are we going to connect them? Good question. And the answer is extending yet another river road. So this river road comes around this way and then right back down through here. So we've got another riverfront road that just kind of terminates down there, and that's fine. And then we also brought the collector down and around up into here so we can service some areas up here plus some areas back here. Plus we could always bring this collector down and make it meet up with this one. And then brought it straight in, well, in a curve, right over to here. These guys are all unhappy right now, and you know that's okay. They can be unhappy because we're gonna fix that. We're gonna take care of them, and we're gonna do that with another leisure-oriented district that's gonna front this area. But first, I do see a bit of an issue that I want to correct here. I just want to bring these down to match the roads that they're right next to. So it's going to require also bringing these two bridges down. Okay, that should have brought that down, but it didn't. So let's try that. There we go, cool. And then that one's fine, and then we will bring this one down to that, and we will bring this one down. I'm just going with the node that is closest, and that takes care of things. And I'm just going to hit lots of buttons now. Awesome. So I want to bring in some leisure over here. I was thinking about making this a pedestrian area, but then I thought, we have enough of those. We're just going to go with leisure. And I'm going to do sort of a block, but not really a block. Let's go to here with it. Actually, that's a pretty long block. These road guidelines are brutal, aren't they? Let's turn them off. I want to come out to right there, and then bring this up, and go right there, and then I want to do that again. Right to there. They're probably not exact, 900 and 840. They're not, and I'm okay with that. And then we are going to try to get this one to meet up here. Right here. It may not be a perfectly straight line, but it's close enough. And then we're going to bring that out right to there, and then we're going to bring one more little block to about right there. Now, one thing that I want to make sure we have in this area, and this is going to be for both the hotels and the businesses that are here, is parking. You knew it. You knew it was going to be parking, didn't you? Let's go with these smaller lots and just spam them down right back there. It's a lot of parking, I know. I think we need it. So one thing that I don't know that I've used yet, I may have. I haven't. I want the cinema down here. I just think, what a cool place to have a cinema. Oh, building does already exist. My bad. Okay, well then, instead of doing the cinema, we will utilize casino. Oh, that's huge. We can put that over here though, and maybe make a nice riverfront casino or lakefront casino. But I didn't realize it was that big. We could do the nightclub, though I was really thinking more about having it down by the concert area. But yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. We're just going to make this a leisure district and be done with it. So sightseeing, still not the best on any of these, but nature is all perfect. So I want to bring this road out one more here, and we'll go a little bit bigger this time. Again, it doesn't line up perfect, and again, I don't care, because it'll be fine. And then we're going to do just a weird connection this direction. And that's probably going to be as far this way as we build, because we're starting to get into just some stuff there. So let's make a leisure district right along this side. Well, okay, let's make it nice. There we go. Just from here over is going to be leisure. And then I can switch to my bigger brush here, so that I know that I'm getting everything on this side. And we'll just run that right back over that way. Cool. This is all leisure, 100%, every bit of it. except for a couple of sightseeing things. And this is where I'm really going to struggle because I don't know what we really have left that is going to have a high impact that wouldn't just look stupid over here. A lot of this stuff is fine, but it's just too big. Like, I guess we could do a helicopter park. Sure, why not? I don't know how much that is going to provide, though. Not too shabby. 20 on that one. You even managed to reach that one. Not that one, though. But I just don't know that that says, hi, this is a lakefront thing. So, yeah, that's going to go away. So we've got helicopter park. We've got lungs of the city. Again, not really the fit that we're going for here. We could maybe do like a floating garden or the sea fortress, but I think that's going to really kind of like cramp this area a lot. Let me pause. Honestly, though, it's not. It does take. No, these guys do still have a view of the water. Ooh, that's kind of a not bad solution for at least some of that side. Really, your sightseeing is just not through the roof with that. There we go. About to say. I mean, that reaches all the way down to that one. So these two are in good shape. This did cause the water to do some things here. Let's let the water chill out real quick. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. I think it'll be fine. Cool. So that took care of sightseeing for most of this. We've just got a couple other little odds and ends, but floating garden doesn't really fit. I mean, I could pretty like throw it in out here, but then it's going to complain about lack of road access, and I don't want to run another road out there. That's just big. Though, if I put this here, I wonder how far away from the road I can pull that back and get away with it. I'm going to plop it in right there. And then we're going to just move it. And I'm going to see where it starts complaining. Right there. Yeah. And I bet you that, yeah, that gets us there. And then we can use Bob, get rid of those parking spaces, fill that in, and get that taken care of. And then the other thing that I want over here in this corner, I alluded to it previously, at least I think I want it in this corner, is the spa hotel. But I really want it looking back towards the water, the pools and everything, looking at the water. I don't want it like that. You know, that's fine and all, but I think you would want your water view to be out that way. So what that means is we're going to delete these streets. We're going to bring this in right here, and we're going to give it a little bit of space. And hopefully we aren't too close to the edge of this hill. We're good. We are good. Cool. Let's do just a little bit of grading, though, because I am noticing that we're a little bit high on that. So I'm going to bring up a brush, go right here, level this out carefully. And then I'm going to grab all of this. And hopefully just hitting it aligned to train height will take care of it. No, it did not. So this is what, sitting lower than the surrounding terrain? That's what it looks like. So let's just tab this up. No, it's sitting higher. That looks pretty good. There, that's pretty much perfection. So then we'll grab these nodes, bring them down to that. And that's looking pretty good. A little high there. We could probably even bring it down. No, actually, it needs to stay where it was. In fact, we may even just align it to that. Yeah. Cool. So that gets us a nice view out of the back of there. And then I just want to bring the road on around. to the side here. So I just want to come out straight about to here and then down. And then we'll do some sort of funky curve to connect these two, which is going to be that right there. And this guy's kind of over here in his own little lot. In fact, we'll center it up just a bit and then get some water pipes over here. Run them up this way and then over, and that should take care of that. Cool. So the only thing that any of these are now missing is commercial. Everything else, the sightseeing and all their other needs, is met beautifully. So the commercial for this side is going to be taken care of with our leisure district that's going to be right here. So let's get that zoned and get some buildings going in. In fact, I'm going to take zoning off of this side of the road right here, just so that we can get some larger buildings on this side. So let's see which side. Good, is that side. Awesome. I've got to unlock that. I don't know if that'll break things if I take the zoning off there. We're going to find out. I'm brave. There. And then we will upgrade it to this road. Let's get out of the tool. I guess we should probably upgrade all this then if we're going to do that. Probably. We'll come through and grab the other stuff later. Oh, we used a different road. Let's be consistent, Brandon. Let's keep this all the same. Thought for a minute there that had bike paths. It does not. Cool. And now I should be able to get my zoning off of here. We need to flip it to the other side. There. And now that'll get me some bigger lots back here. So we just need to relock those two segments and do some zoning and get some things filled in. And thanks to a OBS crash, which I haven't had happen in a long time, the lights kind of did a weird flicker, and right after that OBS crash, I think my video card went into low power mode and OBS wasn't sure what to do with that. But anyways, OBS crashed. So building out the rest of this is lost. But here's the end result. I've done a little bit of detailing throughout here. We have leisure with shopping, and there's leisure here. And then just a few offices with one holdout for some reason. Oh, never mind, I never zoned it. That would be a good reason for you to never build a building there, because I never zoned it. And then I went with the wall-to-wall offices just to kind of complement what's happening here with the shopping malls. Plus, I didn't want them to get too terribly tall. It does lead to a lot of repetition with this same, like this building we've got a few times. I am making them historical, though, so even as they upgrade, they're not going to get any taller. So that should avoid high-rises down here and pretty much makes the Ziggurat Garden the biggest thing here. This guy, not the happiest because of retail, but I really did not want to throw a bunch of retail right here along this road and block the view out from the resort. As it is, I'm not happy with these two being in front of the garden. Everybody else, though, seems to be really happy, except for, of course, our boat hotel here. But that will be resolved in the future, maybe. However, you can see this place is popular. Look at all the traffic. It's insane. There's no mass transit over here, though, so it's no wonder. I think once we get mass transit, a lot of this will be solved, because if you look, for the most part, this is personal vehicles. Yeah, this is personal vehicles. There's a lot of good jobs over here, and our unemployment had crept up to 9%. That's crime. We're down to 7 now, so even though we've got high residential demand, we need to focus on offices and commercial, which is why that's all that's right here. And I'll probably continue maybe another row of offices in behind, which is normal offices. Ideally, I would just have these hotels just kind of out here with just a couple of shops and nothing else, and just have it be a nice unspoiled lake. However, because of the way hotels work in City Skylines, you have to have retail and sightseeing and all of that. I mean, yeah, I get it. A hotel wants to be close to those amenities, but at the same time, I would think this type of destination, the clientele who would want to go there, that would be what they're going there for. And they would realize it's going to be a bit of a drive to go shopping. So it just irks me a little bit that these have the requirements they do. I really think Class Order did a great job with the overall assets and the business side of it. I think it's a huge miss that they've got these weird requirements, though. And you can't change my mind on that. But we're going to leave it here. We only have 2 more episodes of Broston County and a lot still to do. So, if you tune into my Twitch channel tomorrow evening, twitch.tv/Vainglorious Gaming, Saturday, actually, let's say Saturday afternoon, tomorrow, we're going to do a live stream with Broston County. We're going to fill a lot of this in. Hopefully Destin can join us in chat, if not in Discord. And maybe, you know, we can build together through chat and through Discord live. And we'll do 3 or 4 hours of building in a live stream to get some more stuff into Broston County. Though, while I was recording, I think I got a screenshot of it, we did hit the path limit. It seems okay now, because normally it pops up a lot once you've hit it. Right now, it hasn't popped up again. I did restart the game after the OBS crash, and it didn't say anything about it. So I don't know, maybe we just had a lot of cars out at one particular time, but it said that we were within 95% of our path limit. It's game limitation. I've tried using a mod that lifts that, never had any luck with it, so I doubt I will try anything with a mod to try to remedy that. I don't see any point with only 2 videos to go, plus a live stream. But we want to get some detailing done and hopefully get some more things built. My goal is to hopefully get our concert area upgraded. We still need 1 more concert just to get to level 2. Not to mention level 3, which is going to take 18 concerts. Yikes. And then a little something over here that I was wanting to do. That may or may not include a couple of big assets. But anyways, we're going to leave it here for now. I am happy with how this has turned out so far, other than the traffic, but a transit solution will solve this. I don't know what that transit solution will be just yet. The train doesn't really come over here, and I don't know that I want it to. So we may have to do like a metro from this train station out over this way and under the water. You know what? We should probably just do it. We should probably just do it right now, shouldn't we? I mean, the need is there. We have space. There's just a lot of concrete here. If we did that, we could even pick up over here in his neighborhood and then run under the water. Let's see if it's going to go under the water in a manner that I am okay with. Where's a good spot over here that we could throw in metro light? We can lose a building right there. Or maybe even I could put it here in the middle of my little park and have it just opposite of this. Now let's try to go a little more central than that. Let's go like here. We'll just do a basic metro station. I was going to wrap it up, but then, you know, changed my mind. Let's see if we can get this to go under the water, first of all. Sometimes you really struggle to get the metro to go under a body of water. So we're going to try that first. Yeah, see, that's what you run into. So you have to slope it down. So I'm going to go down to 24 meters and see if that's good enough. Yeah, even then, that's not quite enough. All right, well, we'll go as low as we can with 36 then. I think 36 is our lowest, yeah. And we'll see, yeah, that gets under, and then we'll bring it back up. This is just a rough path for now. It's not any stretch of the imagination where I want it to wind up. So let's come over here by some of these offices and add in our next station. So like right there. And then we'll get a connection out to this guy. Just kind of eyeballing it for now. And then we'll bring it in over here by the train station. I think there's room for one of these here somewhere. No? Well, then we'll run it right here, right on that edge. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can just kind of do a curve out of here and back around. And I bet that will solve all of the traffic problems out to that area. So we will start here, make a stop there. There'll be some stops in between, I'm sure. Metro, really not the ideal solution to getting people out here, but buses will just add to the traffic problem. And I don't really see a good way to bring the train over. Because we would have to... I mean, we could branch and then hug this line here, bring it in back there. But I don't really like that solution. I think I'm happier with a Metro. So let's let this run for just a few minutes. Keeping an eye on this newest Metro line, number 10. And see if it gets any ridership and see if it takes care of any of our traffic. And if it doesn't, then maybe we'll have to consider a train during the live stream. So I'm going to let this go for just a few minutes and we'll see what happens. And with that, we have a perfect lesson in why you don't overlook mass transit. Because look, I mean, it's all doing a lot better. I do have some weird behavior. I have some cars that want to turn here and then turn around and then go straight. I don't understand why they don't just make a right. And then another thing that keeps happening, and we may see it here. Yep. We have cars that will come up this road, come back down, come around, make a right. Look at all of them. Every one of them making a right. And then either go up here and exit or make a right and then exit that way, even though they were already going that way. So it's like if they were coming this way or any direction, really, why did they loop around? Like, what? Looks like we got some going for another round. No, they're coming on down. Okay. But it just keeps happening. And every once in a while, this one square will back up. It's very peculiar. But we're seeing quite a few passengers, so as my voice squeaks, on this line. I mean, it's not huge. We could maybe do with one more car, because this one does get a little bit busy. In fact, we'll go ahead and just add just one more instead of going for capacity in the size of vehicle. We'll just add one more train to the line, and that will clean that up, no problem at all. So yeah, don't neglect your mass transit. I am curious, how's this one doing over here in Destin's neighborhood? It's doing pretty good. Cool. So now we'll leave it there, and I will see you guys tomorrow. For me, it's still a week away, but I will see you tomorrow. Twitch.tv/Vainglorious Gaming, where we will hopefully have Destin joining us. I'm going to try to get him in Discord, but we'll have him join us, hopefully, and we'll do a live stream. And we'll get a lot of Broston County knocked out, because we only have 2 more videos. Hello, random people at the edge of the map. So, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.